played against Calgary?
Big disappointment. It doesn't match their desperation in the first period. Sleep like 10 minutes in the first period, and we got 2-goal lead, and we gotta be better.
In the first period, I mean, was there something besides the desperation that you guys could have been doing a little bit better?
Our line have to dig in a little bit more and play way better, offensively, defensively. We play big minutes, and we got a yarn to play the big minutes. Today, not our best game.
Is there anything you can take away from tonight to get you ready for Vegas next time?
We got to be ready for first start of the game, and it's a hard league, and we have to play full 60 minutes, not like today, and just match their desperation.
Robert, just how disappointing is that after you guys played against Calgary?
Yeah, frustrating. When you start winning games and winning them in a row, and it's a frustrating loss.
How do you kind of explain the first period and what happened there?
Yeah, our line just can't get scored on. Plain and simple, that's it.
Is there anything that you see in your line that can be improved there?
Yeah, don't get scored on. Make better plays offensively, hold on to pucks. There's a lot we can do better.
How do you kind of receive that message from Monty, when you guys don't play the second half of the first there?
Yeah, we got to be better. It's going to be consistent. Whoever's going is going to play. That's the message he sent, and we got scored on twice, so we didn't deserve to be out there.
How do you feel about the way you guys played the second half of the game, like 10-minute mark of the second on?
Yeah, we pushed, but had some chances, but we could have done a lot better.
You guys were able to generate chances in the final two periods. Was it just the puck not bouncing your guys' way in those two frames? Or?
Got to be harder. Cycle the puck more, get shot through. Better off the rush. There's a lot of areas we could be better at.
And then how do you guys bounce back with Vegas coming up next?
Yeah, we got a tough schedule coming up. We got them twice, back to back at home and away. So it's a big test for us. Obviously a great team, and we got to find a way to start winning games.
What's your level of disappointment in that after the last two games?
Yeah, just disappointed, The ability for us as a group, and it's a we thing. It's myself included with the players and the rest of the coaching staff, and not doing a good enough job of consistently being ready to play hard and the details needed to have success in this league at a consistent level.
How do you kind of explain that first period?
Mental preparation.
Is that just on how do you get more mentally prepared?
It's on, like I said, it's you do the same things you did the two prior games, to be ready to dig in, to win battles, to stop on pucks, and as coaches we got to make sure that we have them ready to do those things.
You guys were able to generate some chances in the second and third period. Just what wasn't going your guys' way in those last two periods?
I thought the desperation by Utah was outmatched ours. You look at the block shot on the Ruzi shot in the third period, it's a real prime example of that.
When you're switching lines, switching pairings, switching power play units, what are you looking for, and how do you decide who gets in those roles?
The switching lines, I switched every line except for the Shen line because every other line was not generating. It had no real, weren't creating chances, so that you're just trying to spark people then. But the Shen line I didn't touch because they were creating chances. The power play, it just the one unit didn't look very clean, so really only switched one player there.
As far as Thomas Buchnevich in the first period, just what's the thought process in sitting them for the last half there?
They were -2. So I was going with the players that I thought were trying to get it done.
With Buchnevich, you mentioned last week that he's starting to look more like the player that you knew.
Yeah.
How does he get to that point where he's that player all the time?
Habits and details. It's the same for every player in this league. You got to be prepared to do the little things that are going to enable the team to have success.